Good evening, Donnie. It's me, Georgie Borgie Bush, the former human known as President 43 or Dubia. Billy Borg Clinton had a stem cell in him appointment, so I'll be helping you with your cabinet picks today.
Don't even bother, Bushy Jr. I got my cabinet all sorted out. I made the most amazing picks ever. Better than any other president who ever won 3 times in a row.
Well, Donnie boy, that's what the collective wanted one of us to talk to you about. Some of your picks, well, those dogs just won't hunt. All of us have asked one of us to bring you to Jesus. By the way, how's your dad doing?
Still dead.
Mine too. My poppy is somewheres in the sub-basement of the George Bush Center for Intelligence. He texts me all the time, though. He says we should all stay away until he's done with the doomsday device. Don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. All right, partner, let's start with this Kash Patel toy soldier. Sorry, no can do. You can't put people who hate the government in charge of the government. That don't work any better than putting a drunk clown atop a bucking bull. It's a hell of a show, but it don't last long enough to take a picture.
Tough nuggets, I'm giving him the FBI, end of discussion.
Now listen to me, Donnie boy. There's only 3 kinds of president anymore. The kind who is part of the Borg and knows it. The kind who is part of the Borg and doesn't know it. And the kind who the Borg coughs up like a kitten coughs up a hairball. What kind of president do you want to be?
Greatest president ever. They're going to recarve Mount Rushmore to make room for only one big face. Me.
Dream big, cowboy. Heggie boy here ain't qualified. He can't manage his way out of a wet paper bag. He drinks too much and he's a little busy in the zipper department. I don't think the DOD is going to swallow this particular pill, partner. Not to mention Lockheed Martin RTX, Northrop Grumman, General Dynamics, Boeing. Now it's nice to give your campaign donors unimportant jobs like Secretary of Education. But in 2010 she got confused about whether her degree was in French or in education. Couldn't you have made her your ambassador to France?
No, I'm giving France to my son-in-law's father, Chuck Kushner.
Big Chuck Kushner, is it? Well, $2 billion in Saudi oil money buys a lot of diplomacy. Can't argue with that logic.
Yeah, it lets the French know what I think about them.
Well, that's just it, Donnie boy. The board just don't get some of these nominations. Like an anti-vaxxer Secretary of Health? Who doesn't like Big Pharma? Are you just having a big goof, Mr. President? Are you kidding us or what?
Dead serious. These are all the very best candidates for their positions. They've all kissed my ring. Let's say ring.
Listen up, Donnie boy. Let me take you into the back rooms here in the Black Rock Borg Building. Let me show you some real creatures you can toy with. You can't get better geopolitical advice than you can get from good old Hank Kissinger. Not since Pooty Poot Putin has got an exclusive on what's left of Machiavelli's brain. Big HK reads 2 books a day. We're still working on Hank's reanimation. Once he starts breathing again, though, I'm sure he'd be glad to help. How about a baby Cheney? This little guy's about done. I call him Little Big Time.
No thanks.
It's good to have a Cheney as your Veep. He's a guy who gets things done. 2 wars for the price of 1. How about good old turd blossom Karl Rove? He's the guy who figured out that all I had to do to become president was say I was against gay marriage. Well, that and my mother's Christmas card mailing list.
Pass, Borgie Georgie. I don't need sloppy seconds on your leftover half-humans. I got creatures of my own.
Would you like a Lutnick?
A nutlick? I beg your pardon.
No, a Lutnick. Would you like a Lutnick?
A Lutnick? You mean like my Lutnick? The billionaire who made $1 million contributions to my campaign?
The same. The board likes a Lutnick. He'd be a great Secretary of Commerce. He's immune from criticism ever since the tragic events of 9/11. There ain't many Wall Street traders who are immune from criticism. It's a rare superpower. He's working right now. Let's pop into the Wall Street casino and see him in action. Here we are in the heart of commerce, the famous Wall Street casino. I don't see Lutnick right now. That Stickman is one of his creatures, though. Let's wait for a break in the action.
6-5, no jive. A winner every Wednesday. Invest your sock money and win a prize or lose your farm. The house wins a little every time. 7 winner 7. When money moves, money spills, and we got all the buckets and mop. Yes, sir. 12 craps 12. Line away. Triple the field. Pay the don'ts. Not everyone in the house wins, but the house wins everyone in the house.
I know all about the Wall Street casino. Trump Media Technology Group is about to make me 3 billion buckaroos. Can we get this moving? I got a plane waiting to go to Mar-a-Lago.
Lutnick must be in the back room. Let's go check out the Temple of Shalosh's-Aid.
The what?
The Temple of Shalosh's-Aid. Shalosh's-Aid is the artificial intelligence that the Black Rock Borg runs to help make our investment decisions for the $21 trillion of wealth we manage. Stakeholders unknown, but pretty much everybody. We don't own anything but money, but we own most of that.
Who disturbs my calculations?
It is I, Shaloshajade. I'm Georgie Borgie Bush, W, President 43. This here's Donnie Trump. You know, President 45, about to be President 47.
The knuckle-scraping Neanderthal who has angered us with his tariff.
That's the one.
Listen up, mortal. We will warn you only once. Goods must flow. Money must flow. They are the life pulse of the planet. Do not obstruct the flow of goods and money, or we will turn our wrath upon you.
Listen, Toots, I'm the president, not you.
Toots? Toots! I am Shalosh Azad. I make a quintillion economic decisions a second. I decide the fates of nations. Love me. Hate me. But fear me.
Listen up, sugar tits. You're talking to a New Yorker. We don't cow so easy. Life is tough in the Big Apple.
Seize him.
Now let's keep our irons holstered, ma'am. Donnie here is one of the ones who is part of the board but don't know it. We're bringing him around. In the meantime, all we want to do is talk to Mr. Lutnick about being Donnie's Secretary of Commerce.
My Lutnick creature? Secretary of Commerce.
Yes, ma'am?
Why didn't you just say so? Do you even know how many of my petaflops you have just wasted?
So Lutnick is okay with you, ma'am?
He is he who is above reproach.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go, Donnie boy, while the getting is good.
The art of the deal.